We finally got the blog about Madden 23 Ultimate Team detailing new features, the new structure of the game mode. Let's break it down. The first bit of information we did get from this blog is the Field Pass system. Now, to break it down, there are 3 branches of the Field Pass system. The first being seasonal. Seasonal is essentially your level system. Now, last year we would get 50 levels about every 90 to 120 days. It was very varying on when we actually get an update. Of course, there were 4 seasons last year. This year, we're getting 60 levels at launch, and the season will run for exactly 60 days, and there actually is a countdown timer on the seasonal Field Pass objective list. And of course, you're going to get your standard, your packs, your players, high overall player items. It actually says uniforms, which I'm hoping is alternate uniforms and not just generic, I guess, like franchise relocation team uniforms. A lot of potential here, but this is basically the same thing we get every year in seasons. But of course, this year we have 60 levels instead of 50. The next branch of Field Pass is going to be the competitive Field Pass. This is my favorite Field Pass. This is what I would say is the new part of Field Pass. Now, it's going to be going through MUT Champions, head-to-head, solo battles, and squad. So any pretty much online game mode except for solo battles, which that is more offline. Now, how it's going to work, it's going to be a bi-weekly Field Pass structure. So every 2 weeks, the level system in the competitive Field Pass will reset, and of course, it's going to give rewards that aren't really detailed, but are supposedly going to be high-level players. I think we're getting 5 players in the first 2-week sequence of the competitive Field Pass. I'm excited for this more so because this is going to force me to play more of the head-to-head seasons, whereas last year, I really just played Weekend League from Thursday to Sunday, and then I kind of would take a break from online gameplay Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. This is going to force me now, and I'm a lot more encouraged to play head-to-head seasons. The replayability of Madden with this competitive Field Pass is a lot higher, which I think is the biggest W we've gotten this entire year. And finally, the last Field Pass is being called Program Field Pass, which is going to be your content-based XP path. Think of it as objectives from last year. I don't know exactly if we're getting objectives standalone from, of course, this Field Pass, but of course, we've seen actually the Headliners Field Pass already in the special stream we got last Thursday. The reward's going to consist of a lot of low overall players to hero cards, being 86 overall Headliners cards. We're going to get in the Headliners program or Headliners Field Pass, and you'll be getting a Field Pass for every single content drop. Not maybe like flashbacks and heavyweights, but those Friday program drops being Ultimate Kickoff, Campus Heroes. We're going to be getting a Field Pass for every single one of those, and they're going to be running throughout the duration of that season they are currently in. Next up, we have some MUT Champion information. Of course, formerly Weekend League is getting some major overhauls for Madden 23. Madden 22 Weekend League would run from Thursday afternoon to Monday morning, consisting of 25 games. You would then get your rewards based on if you placed in the top 100 or if you got 18 wins or less on Tuesday afternoon. The big change this year for MUT Champions, formerly Weekend League, it's going to be running now 7 days a week, resetting every single Monday. So there's no more Thursday to Sunday, it's Monday to Monday. The other thing about this, you are going to be getting your rewards exactly when you finish that 25th game of Weekend League. So one, it's going to force more people, and I think it's going to give it's pushing more people to play and complete all 25 games, whereas some people would play like 5 to 10 games and not play, just wait for the rewards. And now it gives you a little bit of an incentive to finish all 25. The downside of this, though, is we are probably not going to be seeing a top 100 leaderboard for weekly MUT Champions. There still is a leaderboard as seen by the screenshot, but I think that is more for the monthly MUT Champions, whereas every 4 to 5 weeks, of course, because really, if there is a weekly to weekly MUT Champions, Monday to Monday, how can there be a top 100 leaderboard when you get your rewards right when you finish? Now, there might be top 100 rewards on top of the instant rewards when you complete all 25 games, but I think that leaderboard section in the MUT Champions screenshot is more for monthly rewards. Now, there's some pros and some cons to this. I don't really like the 7-day structure as a streamer because I like streaming Ultimate Team and streaming Weekend League Thursday to Sunday. I play 4 to 5 games a day, and it would kind of work out. Now, I think you're going to see a lot more people finish 24 and 25 and 0 because they're going to play their games at 2 o'clock in the morning on a Tuesday night when nobody is streaming and no comp player is going to be playing. Now, I guess there's no top 100 leaderboard to kind of show off your 24 and 25 wins, so I guess that doesn't really matter. But the reward structure is going to be more like FIFA, where you get rewards based on every single win you get. So at 1 win, you get this reward. At 10 wins, you get this reward. Instead of it just being like legendary, all-pro, all-star, and top 100, you're going to get 25 win rewards, 24 win rewards, etc. That's the weekly structure. The monthly structure will probably still be the same. So there's some pros and some cons to this. I think for the general population of Ultimate Team, having 7 days open to play Weekend League is a lot better. But for me personally, I like the competitive aspect, the sweatiness of Weekend League. I think it's going to be a lot more of a casual game mode now. But in the grand scheme of things, an Ultimate Team, it's a W because I know a lot of you guys might not have been able to play all 25 games in a shortened time span. Next up, we've got sets 2.0. Now, Madden calls them sets 2.0. I'm not going to call them 2.0 because they fundamentally do not change the reward structure of like how we complete sets. Now, the process in the time spent on completing sets is going to be drastically reduced, but the overall sets themselves are not changing. Now, the biggest thing I actually got from the sets 2.0 blog information in a screenshot is there's a few different things in terms of exchange sets. One, you can see there are now 4 gold, like 70, there used to be 70 to 74, 75 to 79. Now we got individual overalls, shorter overalls, exchange sets. This could make the gap pack better. This can make the gap pack worse. I don't know. There also is only 3 elite exchanges. Of course, 80 to 82, 83 to 84, and I'm guessing 85 to 86. Now for me, I was sort of planning on using my 3 bound rookie premier players that I was going to choose, of course, with the other 2 auctionable ones from the 15 tokens. I was going to maybe throw those in the 87-88 exchange, maybe after a week or 2, hoping to get a high overall core elite or 87 or an 88 core elite and then sell them off for coins. This is going to make the 87 and 88 core elites a lot more expensive, and it's kind of going to make the 86 rookie premiers bound players, or NCATs, bound, by the way, being the new NCAT. If you are confused, BND in the bottom right, NCAT. Makes them a little bit less valuable when it comes to the rookie premier choices. Some other things about the sets, you can kind of see there's no like fantasy pack anymore. They're just giving you the card. It's a lot confusing, but nothing actually really changes about sets. Just the time spent to complete the set is going to be drastically reduced. Some other information on other game modes. Solo battles, while I did not play last year, so I don't actually know the changes in terms of games per day and games per week. It's going to be 4 games per day, 28 games per week, as well as the XP you earn from solo battles will be going towards the competitive field pass. So I might actually have to dabble a little bit into solo battles, especially if that is the best way to earn competitive pass XP. As for head-to-head seasons, normally there would be 10 games in the regular season, and then you have your postseason into the Super Bowl. Now we're going to be getting 8 games in the regular season instead of 10, so I'm guessing 6 games probably to make the playoffs. There's also be going from 8 to 6 total divisions. Basically just want you to be in more Super Bowls and in the playoffs more often. I'm guessing making the playoffs and winning Super Bowls is going to be a key part in leveling up in that competitive field pass. And lastly, MUT Draft removed the ranked aspect of matchmaking because, well, you could be searching for up to 15 minutes since a lot of people did not play MUT Draft. They are also removing salary cap from Ultimate Team now. While sad in terms of the competitive aspect, I never really played it, so I guess they can now use more resources into other game modes. Next up, we got some information about power-ups. Now, me personally, and I think my community had a lot of questions when it came to power-ups because a huge way how we were able to make coins in the second half of the year was able to invest in those power-up pieces that went into the power-up, of course. Now, power-ups this year, in the grand scheme of things, are being scaled back, especially in the beginning of the year. But the most important thing you can see is in the last sort of paragraph in this blog about power-ups, or section about power-ups, you can see some programs may have a similar design to collect all versions of the particular player, and then of course they're going to go into the power-up, which means we are going to have a little bit of a chance to invest in the baby pieces of certain players. So you can look to maybe invest in maybe some legends, some core elites, and some program cards in the first half of Madden, as they will probably get upgrades in a second and third card in the second half of Madden. So that's a huge W. You can see a given legend. You're gonna have to complete the bait. You're gonna have to get the bait version for the set, but that's kind of not new information. I don't know why they included that in the powers, but I guess some other information. If you did not know, team chemistries will be changed on just a base card. You're not going to power up, as well as the ability buckets are going to be unique for each card. So you're not going to need power ups to get certain abilities and certain built-on abilities and ability discounts. They're scaling back power ups, but the core aspect of investing when it comes to power-ups looks to still be a thing in the second half of the year. And lastly, we've got some information on strategy items. They're taking all of our feedback from Madden 22 and applying it to a very, very new and improved strategy item system. They're essentially taking away any speed boost from any, now I'm going to say this, core strategy item. I still think we're going to get speed boost on program strategy items, so that will be probably a huge factor in online gameplay. They're also making it to where instead of having 2 strategy items on offense, 2 on defense, 1 on offense, 1 on defense, and there's going to be an all-new strategy item called the Team Affinity strategy item, which I think is just going to be another theme team boost, which is always a W. We always love to encourage the use of theme teams, the unique teams in Ultimate Team. So overall, that's basically going to be it for the information. I think a huge W from Ultimate Team. I don't know. It's weird, man. They're just taking W's left and right. We're going to have to see if this actually comes into play for an overall better product when the game actually launches. I'd say the only L, I don't love how MUT Champions, and there's going to be no top 100. I don't love how MUT Champions is going to be out for 7 days, but I understand for a lot of you guys, it's a huge W because you guys now can play MUT Champions whenever you want. If you have any questions, I mean, I don't really have much more to answer. I've pretty much just shown you guys and done my breakdown on what I think of the content and what I think it means. But if you have any questions, I guess, put them down in the comments below. Like if you enjoyed this video. Expect some content throughout this week. Another thing, game changer videos. I think we're going live Wednesday, so we're going to get a lot of the new, we're going to be able to see maybe the new rewards in the field pass system. So we'll probably have some more content to show you guys this weekend. But that's all for this video. Like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new. And until next time, peace.